That's you fake Christian people, man. You acting like when every time the Sabbath comes, you got a white robe on.
Levitating.
And the woman's got one of them metal lips, the chastity
Chastity belt. Fucking padlock goes in.
Scary movie is that?
on that day. She's wearing a chastity belt. She's wearing a chastity belt.
Read.
It says, "For I delight in the law of the Lord after the inward man, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members."
So in this realm, in these bodies, where after that, I was at fourth of Jude. You probably forgot that. But that Jude that goes to Jude, we're captive to sin. That's why we walk in the spirit, man. Everybody, and you know the scripture says the sting of sin is death. Everybody on this planet fucking dies. Why? Because of sin. Now Yahweh Shai don't die. He ain't gonna die. He's immortal, man. And that's what we're striving to. That's the first and the second Adam, you know. That's what we're going for, man. We ain't perfect. Well, even though the scripture says be perfect and sin not. But that's your mindset that's in a man. That's what we're striving for. What the fuck we're out here, man?
Be perfect as your Father is in heaven.
In heaven. And Yahweh Shai was saying that, man.
Strive for the masteries.
Exactly. Carry on with that.
It says the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
Yep.
O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? I thank the Lord.
The molding, the body of this death. So these bodies, that's what we die. 10. And then by means of strength, 8 years old. You know, and basically, you know, it's funny because recently all I've been eating is the fruits and veg, man. And I've been eating pomegranates and stuff like that, alpha stuff. I'm gonna do a video on it, but guess what? These bodies are still fucked up. Every day.
It's just like an inefficient start. The best you can do, like you can only get a certain level of performance.
Exactly.
You know, even if you're doing everything perfect, so to speak, as far as you can go. It's, you know, you ain't gonna start levitating.
Exactly. The car's not gonna. If it's like
a banger,
it's not gonna start.
Banger, it's not just gonna be
Lamborghini performance just because you put a good fuel in. It's true. You know, it's true. It's not got the right. It's just not got the right engine. It's not built for that.
The laws put limitations on it, man. It's like, the flesh can only do so much.
Go on. Finish.
I thank the Lord through Yahweh Shai, our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of the Lord, but with the flesh, the law of sin.
So Paul was a spiritual man. Because even when Paul got stoned, and I know Stephen got stoned and Paul died. Paul died right now. He get stoned as well? He got stoned too. So he went to the spirit realm, man, and the Apostle has been talking about that recently. That he says that what he's unlawful. When he went to the spirit realm, but guess what? What he meant by that was that it's just you couldn't put it in words. Really not doing it justice. If you come down to earth and try and tell people, what's the spirit realm? That's wicked. You can't really. You ain't
got the tools to describe
exactly.
It's
you're gonna be talking shit, basically.
You're gonna be bugged down to serious stuff.
So only that was Paul. He's on a high level for that to be able to happen, man. Now even Stephen, or was it Simon or Stephen, when he got stoned, he seen the Heavenly Father on the right and Yahweh Shai on the right. But he had to, he was ready to die. Because that's what the scripture says, no man can see the Most High and live, man. So he had to get to that state where, bro, it was over. That's when he seen it. And you know what, man? They show you that in the movies. When people are getting ready to die, they say, I can see.
The eyes are glowing and all that.
They can see things. Why? Because the spirit, the spirit's leaving, man.
Oh, they show you that.
Start seeing things, man. And you know what they say? They don't want to sell out, but they say like basically they don't care about dying anymore. I want to go there.
Just two quick points. They show you that in Gladiator when Maximus was about to die. He was seeing the spirit realm, and then the woman said, "Go to him." You know what I'm saying? Like he was going to give him a ghost, basically. And And then the other film that with Brad Pitt.
Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black, he was talking to the Yardie woman. She said she wants to go to the other side, innit? And he was saying, nah, it's not your time yet, sister, and all that. Speaking patois. Brad Pitt's a Jake, by the way. So he's Jake. He's a nigga, man. You know, everything Irie and all that. He was Jake. But then he was telling her, but he told her, close your eyes. Then he closed her, he touched her. And she started smiling and glowing and all that. And then basically, she saw the spiritual world. Then he took his hand off her and she came back to the reality world. She was like, so, you know.
Yep, that kind.
Yeah, peace. Basically, that peace when you go to the heavens.
You rest.
Yeah, rest, yeah, man. The scriptures say that.
Well, even what?
Too deep.
Fuck them. I ain't gonna mention it. But that kind of happened in that, you know what I mean? Because everyone was bugging out. But when they were
taken,
everyone was
all kinds of happy. Over the moon, mate.
Kobe saw that as well when he was dropping from that helicopter. He saw that.
Probably never got the chance, man.
No, yeah, probably.
That was terror. That was terror. He never got the chance.
Yeah, they died on impact. They got annihilated.
Think that he had a chance. That helicopter started. That was the terror of the Lord.
He woke up in the halls that one.
And you know what? I was scrolling through the YouTube. I take that a video by him a year ago about he's throwing the pyramids and all that.
He was introduced into that. He loved Esau. He loved Esau.
Mason rings.
A lot of them big, them big athletes, all of them, they get juiced in, man. They get all kinds of deals, contracts.
Judged.
Him and his daughter.
Him and his daughter. Terrorist.
Go on.
This is Jude, read verse 5 to 6, points to 6. I will therefore put you in remembrance that ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people.
Start from the top of this top reading.
From the top, Jude. Jude, the servant of Yahushua Mashiach, and brother of James, to them who are sanctified by God the Father, and prepared and preserved in Yahushua Mashiach, and called, mercy unto you, and peace and love be multiplied. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the coming salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. Verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
That's what we was going into as well. You know, people that come in the truth and they just think they flip what was been taught, you know.
They were never in the truth from the start. They said what they were before ordained.
Yep. They act like they've made up the name themselves, like they come up. Like, how can you be that bugged out? You going up! You know what it is? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the name of the Lord. Like, bro, where did you get that from? You're overthinking. Like, bro, are we thinking here? Like, are we fucking thinking? Like, we fucking thinking here, man. Like, what the fuck on earth are we fucking talking about here? Are we fucking thinking? No, these people, they're not thinking.
Thinking for them, man.
Like the spirit's disobedience.
You're not fucking thinking. Go on.
For there are certain men crept in unawares, who are before of old ordained to this condemnation.
Yeah.
Ungodly men, turning.
But they did it in the ancient world, you know, because you had the wicked scribes and Pharisees that were slapping prophets in the face. They're here today. That's why you guys are carnal, rolling up and all that. Yeah. We're not carnal, man.
Caiaphas slapped the other side.
Yeah, you want to slap Caiaphas, yeah.
Slap the other side.
How can you do that? That person that did that, you're fucked.
Yeah, not for real. Well, it's like you said earlier, it's like we've already been on the scene before. That's why them men are coming at the last minute. It's you know, you can't gainsay that. Same for the guys that get judged. You might be like, oh, but why he didn't have a... No, but then there's crimes that people have forgotten, don't even know. They're just on the record, just there. Oh wow, he needs. angels, like 4 angels, the whole legion of angels there. Like we got to carry that out.
He was marked, man. He was marked.
But the scripture says, whoever perished being innocent.
Yeah.
So you could get someone born in a wheelchair and they're getting judged. They got judged. You don't know what they did in the past life. Because, you know, you got to understand that when people die, they go before the thrones of the Lord. Someone give me that, what is it, Ecclesiastes? Carry on with that.
And it says, ungodly men turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness and denying the only Lord God and our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not.
How did we once know this? Because we was there. When you watch the movies, Charleston Heston, you know, Prince of Egypt and all that, bro, we was there. All you niggas, you West Indians, you Spicks, you were all there. You were fucking there. You were in Egypt, you were fucking there, man. And a lot of you dudes, when we came out of the wilderness, you wanted to go back into Egypt. And that's these niggas today. They love this system, man. They want to be here, like
Advancing it.
yeah, you know.
That's the spirit.
Integrate.
Apostle, I think it was Apostle Ramrod said the reason why, like back in the day, like say when the Spanish flu hit in the 1920s or something, the population was like 2 billion or something like that. But now it's like over 7 billion. So the reason why the Lord did that is because all those people got to get judged for their previous reincarnation. A lot of people got to get judged.
I'm gonna want to.
These are saying the world's overpopulated. You know that's bullshit.
Some BS, man. Come on, man.
But there's a lot of souls. There actually is quite a lot of souls on the planet. Even though the world's not overpopulated, by the way.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people on the planet. You know?
Judgment.
The judgment. Yeah.
I got one. Okay, let me do mine. Start with this. Hebrews 9:27. And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment.
Yeah, and that's when you go, when you die, because when you die, I know, when you die, you go straight to the spirit realm. And then what, there's judgment. Why? Because you pay for what you did here. It's not talking about you die in purgatory for the rest of the time.
Catholic. Yeah, you just burning like, oh.
No, but basically they're supposed to be waiting till the judgment day.
Oh yeah,
for thousands of years,
floating there.
chained up.
Yeah.
You're going away. Come on, man.
Chilling like villains.
You know, they're trying to break out the chains. What the fuck is that?
Crazy. Waiting in between the throne.
Yeah.
Between the earth and the spirit.
Well, even they show you, you know what, Highlander, bro, Highlander's a spiritual show. Highlander shows you about reincarnation, man. There's a Highlander she was called Raven, and there was this woman she was in the Middle Ages, and then she was in the modern times, and the same witch that was in the Middle Ages, he come in the new times, and he was like, my new witchcraft is technology. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, man. I said, I don't need that. I've got the tech. I said, come on, man, you can't make this shit up, man. No, we're not probably trying to upload that shit, man. I was watching that shit, I was like, come on, man. Fuck! Got it now, shit.
Look at this one. 2 Ezra 14 and 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
You break it down, go into it.
Yeah. So after death, the judgment, and then you got to pay it out. It says when we shall live again. It's plain. It's plain. You know, this is where, and then you got guys saying like, you know, reincarnation is not a thing, but it's plain. And then that's why you can have people that could be newborn. They come up in a messed up state. People are like, but why would God do that?
Well, I was going to say, what would be the point of an eternal realm of fire and brimstone? What would be the point where you can go through all that stuff here?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
that lake of fire. There's going to be a lake of fire. Don't worry.
Bro,
You ain't going to miss it.
Most will put you through hell on the earth. Like, you can be burnt alive. Jake went through all of that during slavery. We've been burnt alive. Like, we've been tortured. We've been treated all kind of, malicious ways, man. You know, don't need no never wrong for that. You can do it right here.
But the scripture actually says that the beast he was burnt with fire, Scripture talks about it, and the rest of its body burnt with fire. It actually tells you what is going to get burnt with fire. But they're just not thinking. You know what I mean? Again, people are just not. Well, they ain't got the spiritual pineal gland, third eye activated. You know, these people don't talk about this third eye. You got these new age nuts talking about, everybody nowadays wants to be some spiritual guru,
Some mystic.
I've seen that.
Well, there's people paying money for like mediums and all these men to get
They're making peace, you
consultations,
know.
saying like there's ghosts in the house, there's spirits.
Man,
It's my grandmother.
I was driving down the road, right? They
do
had
have
like
a
an
thing called
advertisement
third eye, and that's
placed up
just
on the board, right? It's like £40 for a hand reading, man.
Men are making
These witches are making, that's what I mean, £40 for a hand reading.
You know,
For you to tell you some shit.
But you know what these people want to hear? They always want to hear, you're going to get that job.
Yeah, exactly.
People are demons, man.
And it's
How
in
come
a Christian church.
I've got one of them mediums ain't should have struck,
So you
never
gonna
tell them
burn?
that.
It's like, oh my god, a vision.
They always go there.
Burning.
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah. That man really likes you. It's just when you see it, it's demons, man.
There's gonna be
It's never like,
there's gonna be a massive loss of life on the planet, but everyone's cool though.
Yeah,
Your future.
Not a single spirit.
Yeah.
It's talking about like
Death and-
mass death and judgment.
Hey, the future's bright. It's
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 6 and 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy.
yeah, man. Block up their spirit, man. You know?
Shut them out. Got sealed off, man.
And shut their eyes, lest they see with their
Is that
eyes.
their physical eyes? No, everyone's seeing. It says spiritual eyes. So everybody's spiritually blind out here, man. To be honest, you know. And that's why Esau's witchcraft works on them.
And it's like why, there'll be chariots plain as day. Brothers are looking at them and the people are like, I don't see anything. They got that mist over their eyes, man.
That's funny. You actually hear that? No, that can't be that. No. No, that's a play. Now, what's he talking about?
Calcified out there.
And he's bent out of shape. He's like a fucking crab, man.
The song can play woman when she just goes, no. No?
That's crazy, man.
It says, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate.
So that's what's going to happen. So
Where the palm readers talking about that? Yes, they're seeing the future and shit. You know what I mean? They're not saying nothing about nothing like that. Just what you want to hear. The smooth words that Esau gives to everybody else, man. You know?
Yeah, you know what? Isaiah 47, he talks about how they're going to go to these stargazers and they're not even going to, all that blessings was telling them you're going to get this. These dudes are going to not turn up. Imagine you do a ritual, you do 5 children, and they got kids, and then you do 10 kids, 15, and the demon doesn't turn up, man. He just doesn't turn up. Them demons are double agents. He's not going to lose it. No, he's going to drink wine. He's going to get drunk, drink scotch and whiskey and all that. He's not going to know what to do.
Snort a whole bucket. The scripture tells, it says,
That's actually what it is. The scripture says it. Go on.
yeah, the scripture says about stand now with thine enchantments.
Bring it
You got it up? Okay, come on.
Yeah, Isaiah 47 and 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Read up a bit.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought
It might be grand.
Feels like it's late. Okay, let's begin. Yeah, start from that verse. Oh, trusted in wickedness.
Isaiah 47.
So this is going into obviously Esau and his witchcraft.
Isaiah 47 and 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge.
Yeah, that's why we talk about the Illuminati, and I know people out there, like these Jakes that I like. There's just a small number of people that I have to talk to. I don't talk to nobody. I'm always by myself in the middle of nowhere, and it feels good. But there's always a small number of these Jakes I have to talk to, and I don't have to talk to them, but I don't. But I might say something to them. I say, I mentioned Illuminati, and then it's always the people close to scoffing. They're cool, but then there's a scoff. I'm like, well, I know that. No, you don't, because when I said it, you was getting messed up. But I know that they're doing this. No, you don't. You're scared. Okay, these devils.
People get scared, man.
People get scared.
That's a spooky shit.
Yeah.
Eyes start moving back and forth. Their hands start shaking, you know, they get that sweat in the back of their throat just gets dry.
Spirit starts shaking.
Man, just what, Illuminati and that, yeah?
They're looking around like.
These
For the
devils.
FBI to bust out a window.
Jimmy Savile, you know what Jimmy Savile, he was a handler, he was supplying children to the banking elite. So we're talking about the Queen, we're talking about all of them. They drink blood, how about that? The Queen drinks blood.
They drink blood.
You think that's wine we're drinking?
Wait, you ain't- oh,
Fucking what, 93?
yeah.
She said 93 or something like that. What the fuck? How the hell is she 93? She walking around.
How'd you know that?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Because we go on, man.
Yeah, but it's like these guys are being maintained, by demonic energies and observations, man. And there's evidence of this. It's was scattered all around. Just need to open up your eye.
You know it's the truth in the spirit. You know it's happening.
Around settings.
Around.
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and knowledge, thy knowledge, it have perverted thee.
Because what they do all their witchcraft behind the scenes, man. And they like to popularize it. They got the Sabrinas out there and all that kind of stuff on Netflix and that stuff. You can watch it. Oh, that's kind of cool and that kind of shit. But they like to keep that shit behind closed doors. They're waiting for the day to come out of all that shit, but they're doing it behind closed doors because they know if the people found out what they were doing, like, bro, they drink blood and shit. The man will be disgusted. What the fuck? Like, then people are not ready for that yet. So they keep it behind closed doors, Mason buildings and all that kind of stuff,
That's part of the New World Order where they want to create so much destruction and chaos that people need. They're going to be like, well, fuck it, I'll accept Satan.
Just give in.
Give in. That's part of the Albert Pike plan. That's what if people are dropping dead by people are dropping dead by coronavirus, man. If you go out in the town and people, I'm plagued. Well, people are gonna be like, no, fuck this, I need help, man. Whatever, just give me.
I just need to live.
Exactly.
Anyway.
And that's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan, man. Desperation.
Yeah, because
What the elite said that all we need is the right major crisis. They said that. Then the people are gonna accept the New World Order. Diseases is the best. Disease warfare.
Because you always have with the diseases, then they got to do checks. And the thing is with the implantables, there's already medicines that they do where they'll have you get this implant for 9 months and give you all the. So they'll just say, okay, we've got this, get this implant. People jump, bruv.
And they've got the legislation. They've got the legislation in place to force you to do that. It's all in place. So when it's time, man, they go, this law here says you got to take this and do this. It's all sit there waiting for it to be used, man. People passing these bills thinking, well, what are they doing with them?
Yeah, like they're never going to be used.
Yeah, what they're doing is just sitting there. But no, it's ready. That's right.
It says, I am, and none else beside me. Oh, let me Salakia. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall.
It's just not going to come on your time span, your time frame. It's just going to be like, look, today, it's just like Corona. No one expected that. That's why there's people coming trying to get back to England. They're fucked. They're getting quarantined because they never knew that.
Man, they're getting flown into a base.
What the fuck, man? It's like,
I've
I'm
never
just trying
seen
to get
them
over to
people
my
again,
kids.
man.
China was one of the places and people want to go, but they didn't expect that to fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that went to Thailand, and they got people are wearing masks in Thailand, man. We know that firsthand. People are fucked up over there. We know that firsthand because you got people that went Thailand and all this. Now it's fucking off the chain over there. So they got to wear masks over there. They went for paradise holiday, but they're fucked up over there, man. So they didn't even have to go China. They didn't even have to go China.
They got delivered to them, man.
And they got their reports in England. We talk the people are quarantined, but then there's 2 people in hospital, and it's probably more than that, man.
Yeah, there's more.
You know? But it spread to, I think it was even saying it was airbound.
Human to
Yeah, I
human.
think it was, because they said they were living in the same house.
Yes, there's two in the same family.
I think before on the first day it got airbound.
I think they said there was an airbound transmission somewhere, I can't remember where. But I think it's already hit that state. So it's like, from when it's airbound, it's like, well, once that gets on the underground, it's never leaving.
But you see, the TFL, man, the London Underground is going to get fucking destroyed because that place is polluted as it is. That's the easiest way to spread the disease.
Innit?
Just put it on the London Underground.
Put on one handlebar, that'll be on the whole line.
Under a minute, man, that's it, the whole line. Everyone's plagued. And they're going to filter out to all their little parts of London. I'm in the south.
Even
I live in Greenwich. I live in Putney. It goes to different parts. Well, I live in North. Go on.
It says, it says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Because Esau relies on sorceries to get answers. That's why tarot cards, palm reading, he relies on that. Sacrifices. Okay, what's going to happen? I need this answer. But the Lord, he doesn't know that the Lord. Listen, man. First of all, this whole earth is the Lord's, man. When they go in the woods to do a ritual, that's the Lord's trees, man. It ain't your trees. What the fuck you doing, homeboy? You don't own the earth. You know what I'm saying? These devils acting like they're the ones that you don't own shit.
And the idols belong to the
Angels
Most
are
High now.
Yeah, man. The demons, the
Angels are just watching them, man. Like,
yeah.
you already know what you're doing.
They go in there, you know, this oak, bless me and all that. And the oak's really cursing your ass out. It's like you dumbass, you know?
Well, the oaks they're gonna rejoice when Esau goes down,
Goes
man.
down.
So they are cursing you out. That nigga's like trying to break the branch off and crush him to death, bro.
Yeah.
I was just going to add where it said, you know, he was saying about their sorceries and all that, because Esau has the knowledge going back to them Hamites, them old pharaohs, like in Daniel when he had to break down the statue and everything, even when it comes to getting his own sorcerers and everything else, people with familiar spirits, yo, break this down, and when they couldn't, he said, I'll put them to death and bring someone else who can break it down for me. So they do the same thing in this side, man. Esau's got his own people that he
That's
confirmed finds it. Yeah.
And then, you know, it's a spirit because Daniel, the demons that was with Nebuchadnezzar, which was an Assyrian, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, and they look like Assyrians, man. It makes sense, man. But anyway, Daniel was the one that broke down. The demons couldn't, his magi's, they couldn't break it down. And that's how Esau, like, he's watching his videos, like, right there. He's getting anxiety, he's getting a spike in it. You know, he's like, he's getting messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, like them hands, you know, the moments, like, he's
Spasms, like.
he's getting that.
He's getting twitches, nervous twitches, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It can't be true.
Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast laboured from thy youth.
From the beginning, the Bavarian Illuminati, the black nobility, Christopher Columbus, they were all devil worshippers, man. Jacob Frank and them Amalekite mystics, man. They were all Illuminati. But the Illuminati, that term came about in the 1700s, but they had other terms. They were just a bunch of Edomite demons, man. They don't matter what their term is. They've called themselves many things. I think there's a document that they was actually even going to call themselves the Illuminati. They were going to call themselves something else, you know. But I like to go to the dark fucking cults of Freemasonry, man. The dark demons. Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Depths of Satan.
The borders of wickedness.
Yeah. All that shit. So they were so in the 1700s or where the Illuminati. But that dude, Adam Weishaupt, a lot of people weren't even accepting what he was coming with, man. You had to move in the
It was
shadows.
so
Underground,
slow,
yeah,
it was
to go
too-
Actually, he didn't even call it the Illuminati first. He actually called it by a different name. I watched the documentary, Get It Back. He had a different name, man.
It was just a gentleman's club.
There was so many fucking names there.
They have to go